Alright guys, so we're going to be installing these new style LED headlights for a 370Z. I was too anxious and already opened one up. You all have probably seen these models before. Now, these are the current ones on my car. You know, I do headlight retrofits and everything, you know, for 370Zs, but I just wanted something a little bit different. I saw these headlights. They look way different and better than the Morimotos, no offense to anybody. But yeah, these actually have a unique look with a cool daytime running light feature, which I think really makes these stand out. Okay, so let's get into it, guys. So of course, you know, losing your bumper, no matter what anybody says, you don't have to remove your whole bumper, guys. I don't know why people do that to change out headlights and stuff on these cars. You just have to loosen them, just take off the corner bolts and the push pins right here, and then the bumper literally just like hangs off a little bit. You don't have to remove the whole entire thing. Now, anyways, with that being said, guys, so you do have to tap in a daytime running light fuse into the fuse box. Now, for me, you know, I actually already have one tapped into my car, so I'm already familiar with the process. But what you want to do is remove these pieces from right here, and then that way you can access your fuse box. So with your fuse box access, like I said, this is the one I already have. I'm actually gonna pull this one out because this goes to my hex halos and sequential strips up here. But yeah, so what you want to do is get the fuse, and you are going to tap the fuse right in here. Second fuse on the left, right here. Pull it out, and that's where this one is going to tap into. See, all you need to do, guys, is just, sorry, fuse box slipping. This is way easier with two hands. But yeah, so this is what you want to do. Just remove the second fuse, and then this one will just snap right in there. There we go. See? Just like that. And now something you do want to do, like I said, I already installed custom daytime running lights on my car and halo rings and all that stuff. So what you want to do is cut a little piece off of your fuse box cover, because when this goes on, you're going to want there to be a gap to accommodate the wire. Alright guys, so with this wiring already in here, you just want to put back, you know, your windshield cowl right here. Then this piece just slides back in here, like this. Remember, you want your wires to go under here anyways. So make sure that the wire to the daytime running light fuse is tucked under here. There we go. And now you're going to put some push pins back in here and right here. So you got 4 that hold this trim on. But pretty much after you do that, then your battery light, not battery light, battery tray cover is going to be installed back on. And now we are going to run this connector right here into the new headlight on this side. Alright guys, so you see, so the shorter wire, obviously, is going to go here to the passenger side because your fuse box is right here. So you see this, it just connects right in here. This is going to be for the daytime running lights. Now, I had a set of Morimotos about, I don't know, a couple of years ago, maybe a little bit more. I sold them because it kept failing on me. But it was pretty much the same wiring install, like with the Morimotos, with the way I do my custom retrofit headlights. It's the same thing. You always have one wire, just simply connecting here to give your daytime running lights or halo rings, whatever you got, the power that they need. So, on the back of these headlights, you have these two that are not connected. Now, if you plug this in right here, I think when you plug it in, it gives you a startup feature, you know, when you plug this in here. But when it's unplugged, it disables the startup feature. You know what, let me test it out right quick. Alright guys, so yeah, I just tested it, and it is indeed the startup feature. So watch, let me cut them off and cut them on again. Now, watch what the startup feature is. So yeah, that's the startup feature. Now I'm gonna disconnect it right quick and then we're gonna test it again. Okay, I get it. So yeah, that is the difference. Okay, so yeah, you see that really is the difference between plugging these in or unplugging them. So when you unplug them, it disables the startup feature and it just cuts on the daytime running lights. Honestly, I'm not a fan of the startup feature, so I think I am gonna disconnect these. Yeah, I am. I am gonna disconnect these right here. Just because, I don't know, I just like the simple startup features. Now, you do also have this right here. I know that this right here controls your turn signal features. You can do a sequential or non-sequential. So let me plug this one in and we are gonna test to see what happens when you leave it plugged in. I think when it's plugged in, you get the sequential swiping versus the non-sequential. But yeah, let me install this headlight and then we're gonna test that. Okay guys, so this is a raw review video. I'm just showing you all what's going on. Okay, so with it disconnected, I am getting some hyper flashing with it disconnected. I'm not too sure why. I wonder if they'll blink normally with the startup feature connected. Here, let me do that. Let me plug this in with the startup feature. Let's see if this will change anything. Okay guys, so I figured it out. So if you want the sequential swiping function will work if you have both of them plugged in. So if you have both of these plugged in, the sequential swiping will work. But if you don't want that, so what will happen if you disconnect the starting, if you disconnect the sequential feature and the startup feature, what that does, it makes it just flash normal. Okay, so when you have them both plugged in, it does the startup feature and the sequential. When you have them both disconnected, then you get the simple startup and the simple flashing. All right, so I guess for styling's sake, I'm just gonna keep everything with the startup feature so I can keep the sequential signals. Oh yeah, I forgot to take this off. Remember guys, you always want to leave this plastic on. I got a little too excited to see them, so I took off the driver's side. But yeah, you always want to leave this plastic on until after your install. Alright, so I'm trying to set my phone up on a box right now for you guys. I'm sorry if the camera isn't straight or something, but let's turn them on and test them out. Alright guys, so something that I guess I can appreciate is the sequential turn signal functions with how they go with the tail lights. So I got this set of tail lights from Alibaba, like I did with these. Now, pretty much, guys, you know, you see Morimoto selling these tail lights, but these were actually from a supplier in China. I got these from Alibaba. Now you can get them cheap for like $4.50 shipped. But yeah, you see what I mean? The turn signals and the styling goes really well together. And one more feature, I already showed you all the headlights. They're dual beams. They're like a double pod LED headlights with a built-in high beam functions, as you all saw. Now, something that I really appreciate. Oh, by the way, I don't know why when you're recording LED headlights, the lights move. I don't. It's in every video that you see on a car that has LED headlights. I don't get it. I don't know what that moving motion is, but anyways, guys, so what I also figured is that this style of headlight, it goes really good with these tail lights. You know what I mean? Like, they just go so well in conjunction with each other. But yeah, guys, I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope you all liked it. Personally, I think these headlights are worth the $600. I think they're worth it. They were 600 shipped. I waited about 2 months. But yeah, I think they are totally worth it. Oh, and one more thing. You guys notice that the LED, that the daytime running light dims when your headlights are on, and that is totally normal. A lot of cars are supposed to do that. But yeah, here we go, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Questions, comments, leave them down below. And yeah, we'll see you all next time. Oh, and by the way, the fitment is pretty good with these headlights. For aftermarket headlights, they're pretty good. I ordered a set of these Morimoto tail lights, and they didn't fit good at all. They fit very out of whack. So I returned them and I ordered these from Alibaba, you know, the tail lights I just showed you. And the tail lights fit way better than the ones directly from Morimoto. I had to send the Morimoto ones back because for some reason the tail light fitment was terrible. But going back to the headlights, these headlights fit pretty darn good, as well as the matching tail lights from Alibaba. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the video, guys. Question, comments, leave them down below, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.